meadows fair and bright. Don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forests dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, until the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built. And should you fall, you will arrive at home with skill upon spirit. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden and banter, you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. Steep and frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. Another rains both sky and land, the tears will help you stand. In heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. The furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest you give. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. Misty glades and valleys deep, the mighty Jarls reside. The Thurgood there have lost their homes to the minions of the Queen of Pride. The journey goes on to where we don't know. Oh, Father, can you see me fight on? Will the journey end with the last demon slain, or will we be sailing again? To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken.
Hello and good evening, everybody. We are back with our no map run. Let me start off the game real quick here, and let's hope it picks up. We're gonna go and see if the stream comes on, if the game loading picks up on our stream. We will be back with our no map, fire hazards on, try to find things and not get lost. We need to change to Maigo and her world. and stream picked up. Very good. In the last episode, we were on the search for the Bonemass altar. We had 2 Wegweiser to help find that. Let's start by sleeping. And I think we're gonna have to find a 3rd one and see where that points to. And see that we can find that Bonemass altar. I thought it was in that swamp, but it might not be. We have been seeing some here. The swamp on the left side where the witch is, and then there is that smaller one to the east of the witch. That was where we were last time. And as King Under the Mountain informed me last time, you cannot see the mouse pointer on the map very good. It is low contrast because it's showing up on the dark gameplay here on the side, but over the map it's hard to see. So I try to explain better where we are at and what we're trying to do. We need to eat something. Where did I put my food? I have it in my pocket. Okay. So we have 1 Surtling core in our pocket, and we want to have 5 of those, and 5 of those, and 5 of those, and a little bit of wood to set all of that on fire. And then we want to have 1 more of that. We should be making more of that, actually. Let me see if we have the ingredients to make another 1 of that. We need that. And we need 10 coal. We have bad weather. Well, that is plenty of coal. Gonna take 10 coal with us. Also, we have a lot of iron to be smeltering. Make the potion first and think about smeltering second. We want the poison resist with thistle and honey. Okay. Where is the thistle and honey? 5 thistle and 10 honey, if I remember correctly. Yes. And get that in the fermenter. And that needs to go back in here. Okay, we've got that. We can put on our hood. And we're gonna put in more stuff to be smeltering here. Got us a bunch of iron from the swamp. Also, we need to make the hearth, the stone hearth. And then 60, we need to get all of that smeltered. And I think we're gonna have to get more wood to make more coal. Okay. So that's that. We got a bonfire with us. And that is the witch. And that is our pocket portal. Okay, let's go there and see where that there is. I can't remember really. There is right in front. Wait, we have the ground is shaking around here. Oh, that is fab. I'm gonna trigger those so they can fight the trolls for us. Go fight the trolls, not me, you stupid skeleton. Is there more of those spawners somewhere here? This is no fun. There is one. The shake begins to fade. Very nice. Okay. You shake fade and that one will despawn and that one we will take over here to play with the Draugr. There we go. Such fun. And then that thing will despawn when it de-aggroes. And we are good. The things. Okay. So, we did not open that crypt and I don't think we need to. Oh look, we got all of that in here. We just lacked the Surtling core. Okay. So, I think we are on the coast here pretty much. We have seen next to everything here. Oh no. Don't want to play with you right now. I really don't. Maybe I need to. Now what with you? I don't understand that. I gave it the opportunity to fight me. I have to do it all by my lonesome self here. Okay. Give me my fire back, please. Thank you. Well, that's another method of picking up more wood to put in the kiln. Maybe we don't need the stone. Maybe we are a little full here. Ooh. Wait, wait, wait. No room in inventory? What the frickin'? Damn, what is going on here? Everything is after me now after that fight. There we go. I want that trophy. Okay, now what? Run the coastline of this year to see if we missed something, but I think we did not miss anything here. Is that here? Are we safe here? I heard some skelly. Want to look at the map, but I don't want to get killed, let me say. So I think we are here now. On the lower side of that, or are we? Or is that here-ish? There looks to be some swamp there too, so maybe we need to go to... Know what? Can you not decide what you want? What is your problem? I swear, the moment I will turn my head, that guy will decide to come after me. There's another one over there. I'm a little bit confused with that here. I'm not sure what we are seeing here and why, if we lost our directions. I don't have the north with me. We can't see Yggdrasil in that here. Is that? Probably. So maybe we go this way. Quite confused here. Try to keep to the coast a little bit. So when we get home, we might be able to find out. Oh. That guy is a little tough for me without a fire. There should be... There should be a chain somewhere around here. Huh, but there ain't. I thought... Oh yeah, there it is, okay. Well, Day Wraith. The things you get in the swamp. pretty confused about directions here. So I guess gonna try and follow the coastline here. And see what we get revealed on the map. Trying to avoid the spawners because I'm not keen on triggering those. There's a bunch of skellies in the water and a drogger. Can't. I'll come out of the water. I want to fight you in the water, Mr. Skeleton. Okay. If I am right, there should be a lot more swamp to the south of what we had on our map last. Whoa, a bear? In the swamp? You frickin'? Not keen on fighting bears here. You go fight something else. Okay, we are getting into Twilight Zone here. Strange. I think we ought to be getting up our portal and go home. Because I don't want to be in the swamp in the night. Don't have the wish for all the night spawns. Oh, we got Firehazard on, and that is a little bit close here. Now that is what I thought. Friends, that is not what we needed here. To have that over there, not to burn down our stuff here. That not burning? Yes, burning. Okay. Let's have... Oh, we don't need anything here. We go home. Real fast. Post haste. Okay. We have a second. Yeah, we don't need that. We can put that away again. Got some chains. More roots. Some gunk. And some bones. Where's the bones? Here. How far along are we with that? Oh, that is looking not too shabby. We could also have the full root set, I think. Not quite sure what else we need beside that. Let's see if we can upgrade all of that to the full root set. We have the harness, we need the mask and the leggings, and we can upgrade that. We can reach level 3. Very nice. Okay, so we went from 33 armor to 36, and we might also get us probably... Do we have troll leather? Nah, we don't. Okay, we have to get some more troll leather. We should have taken the opportunity to kill a troll and get the stuff, but we haven't. So that's that. So let's see about the wood situation. Yeah, we can put a little bit more in the kilns. Now we've got a pretty stupid looking armor, but we're good at shooting now. Oh my, we got a peddler again in the chat on Twitch. Let me just delete that. Delete. There we go. And put the iron in the box. And we should swap that out for the hearth. And I'm not quite sure that that will work without burning our house down, because that thing is quite massive. I'm not sure if we should be probably upgrading the chimney walls to be made of stone. And that would be a job to do by daylight and not in the middle of the night. So let's repair everything. And we're gonna have a look at the map. Let's see. If I was right... yeah, okay, I was right. We were here and then we ran all of this coast and now we are somewhere around here-ish, I think. Gonna run back through the middle here. And we're gonna have to see what that swamp here is about. Hello, Grumpy, welcome in. Turned fire damage on a no map run. Yes, I did just that. I put the fire hazard and the no map run, and I hope you can make out the mouse cursor on my map a little bit at least while I'm pointing where I want to go next. We have been exploring this easterly swamp here And there is some swamp showing up here. We had pointers down here, from here for Bonemass, so I'm hoping he might be somewhere here. Might as well be down here, I don't know. But yeah, we have to, I think, run our... I know what we're doing. We're gonna leave the pocket portal on one of the crypts, call it iron, and leave ourselves a note that we have an iron portal in that swamp, because there are a hecton of sunken crypts in there. And we're gonna try from the Elder Altar to go over here and see about that here. Tried spreading fire in my playthrough and found that fire spreads much less than one would think, to a point where it almost doesn't matter. Yeah, well, I managed to nearly burn down my workbench because I placed the bonfire too close to it, and that in the swamp, of all things. So let's go sleep. Sorry. And yeah, I think we're gonna pick up another portal and try to do that. Put an iron portal on... Where is that? There, we need that. And 20 of those. And 20 of those. And 10 of those. So we got a little bit of a chaos here, but it's okay. We should be eating something. And we are out of wood again for coal making. Yeah, I'm really not sure about the hearth in a wooden chimney. I'd rather, I think, build a stone chimney to make sure I don't burn my my house down by that. I've never played with fire hazards on, so I don't know what to expect, but I did manage to nearly burn my workbench by the bonfire. So, gonna be careful. Err on the side of caution in this case. So we got another portal. We gonna jump through here. Like, yeah, something can catch on fire, but when it introduced feature, I thought if it means you can literally burn down your whole house, which is definitely... it could happen. I've watched Thread on a stream where he built a bonfire on some stone block up above his house on the Elder Altar, and the fire spread. Yeah, well, that is absolutely what I need right now. Another A-bomb. In my trophy hunts, I can never get those A-bombs, and here they are spawning like nothing good. Whoa. Whoa. Can you come a little closer, please? This is ridiculous. Ow. Have to do a little bit of stamina management here. Okay, we've got that. More wood. Oh, now really? That one? The things you get. Well, I kind of do want... I think I got enough of those. I kind of want the ooze. And probably we do want us some more of the blood bags too. I can't count how many times I have hunted for abominations in trophy hunt runs and they would not show up. And then I do a normal whatever. And we get so many. Okay, I wanted to go towards the middle of this here. And put that on a sunken crypt. We're gonna call that iron then. And leave it here and hope we don't forget to write it down when we get home. There. And the box. There. So this is gonna be iron with a big capital E. We have another one and our fire. Okay, and then through the middle we go. And hopefully not lose our direction here until we reach the forest again. Like even when you throw fireballs right and left center, it will maybe burn a couple of all. It doesn't spread all that much. Okay, hi there, everyone. Happy to see you here. Haven't seen you in a while. Okay, don't have any orientation here. I'm just trying to get through the middle of this swamp here without getting killed until we reach the forest again. And we're gonna pick those because it's bad luck not to pick up turnip seeds. Maybe we can do some trials on a... Like, what? What is happening here? Like, what? Okay, we miss... no, I don't want to. I'm fed up with this. Go play with somebody else. Don't have to fight everybody. Right? Okay. So that is the southern end. Is that Draugr still following? No, I don't think so. That is the southern end of that here. We are here. There should be the number 1 portal where we can portal that one out on the northern end of that. Don't want to run around like a madwoman all the time. The number 1 portal should be on the northern side of that. And I also can't afford to leave all that many portals all over the world. Somewhere along here. Yes, over there. See, there is our number 1 portal. You can get home via that one. I somehow managed to lose the core wood in the swamp. Okay, we are back home and we need to make a note of that iron portal, lest I will forget. So, we write that down here. Iron is in the swamp east of number 1 portal. I couldn't catch up with your stream for the life of me. Russia keeps knocking out our power grids. Electricity went out, but I still watch your series recorded when I can. Sorry to hear you got that trouble with the power grid being unreliable. Still not finished with Cococo. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I just recorded a new episode for Cococo yesterday because there is still a lot to be doing, and the building process in the Mistland has been kind of slow. Okay, we have more roots and more of that. I need to sort that out somehow because this is bunkers. I need 5 more of those. And then that goes in here. And that too. Still in the mountains. Okay. That is a little bit back from where we are currently, but there is still a lot to be doing and to be seeing until you catch up with the current situation. And I can tell you there is a lot of stuff going on until you reach where we are now. Okay, got that. Good thing we made another of that because that is our last 2 of those. And I think we're gonna use the remainder of the daylight to get us more wood for smeltering iron. And then see if we can at least replace that chimney with a stone one. When in doubt, err on the side of caution. That has always been a good strategy in Valheim, to err on the side of caution. At least if you do mind getting killed and losing skill points, and I do. I have to swim to make that here work, huh? I do hate it when that stuff drops into the water. Okay. At least we did not forget to plant Do we have more around here in a box or something? No? Here? No. Okay, let's go. Let's get to harvesting trees. I really wonder what I'm gonna be doing for the Ashland space with my Comfy Cozy Completionist, because constant war zone and building a base does not mix especially well. I guess I'm gonna be spawn-proofing the heck out of a bit of land there and hope for the best. Okay. I think that will suffice for the moment. And we're gonna see if we can lay some stones down for the chimney. Also, I kind of want some outdoor lights. I like things that glow. That is a bit. We can put some in the kiln. I do like the Call to Arms update a lot. I do like the bears. I do like how they fixed the sloped combat. I do like the new additions in the weapons. I've always been a stickler for the fist weapons for the flesh rippers, and I'm happy to have the bear paws and the plains ones, from the vial. So that makes me pretty happy. I've not tried to play with the vile armor because, gosh, those trophies are hard to come by. We have been playing catch up on the trophies with the Comfy Cozy Completionist, and it is a slow process to get everything. But we're gonna get there at some point. Yeah, spawn-proof into oblivion. That is probably the way we have to go there. So now we have the stonecutter here. Do we have stones is the big question. We do have more stones than that. We should have. Somewhere. Can't be that we only have those few stones. No? Yes? There is some wood stacked up here. And there is some piles of stones here. Okay, let's dig into those here a little bit and see if we can conjure up a chimney that will withstand some flames. So if we put it on this level here, on the outside, and then tear away the wood inside, that should make for a decent foundation, no? I think. Something... something like that. And then we should be able to just remove the inner part of that, the wood, and be good with that. I hope. Don't know what I'm doing here. We are back to creative whatever building with Anna. But this looks promising to me. Remove that little bit of roofing here. There. If I could see what I was doing here, that would be immensely helpful. Something? Like that. Might work. I know how to structure that on the inside then, but we are going to cross that river when we reach that bridge. By the way, I figured out what it was when I thought that you had funny jingle alert. You couldn't figure out what I'm talking about. Oh, it was the TubaWalk. Yeah, I'm so used to using the TubaWalk that I never thought that that could be the thing. But I do so much love that mod, and I'm using it always because I find it's so much fun. And it never occurred to me that it could be the Tuba mod that had you baffled there. So we should be able to tear out most of that here because we built the stone foundation on the outside. Okay. That is not the worst. There goes up pretty high already. So that might be just be working like that. And then we could try and put in the big hearth here. Yeah, I'm feeling cold because I tore down everything here. So now let's see. Big hearth. That should be working, right? Without a problem. Okay, let's get that back up here. That one. And that one. And those. And we can also have that big one and put that right behind here. We need 3 iron and 3 chains. We should have that. Easy. Yeah, it's specifically designed to be super goofy, and I do love it so much. There we have it. All of it in working order. Looks good to me. You should be picking up the wooden pieces we left there. And then we have a little bit of wood up there, but that does not bother me. I have to get on the roof to pick up the wood that is stuck there. But yeah, I think we got a functioning chimney that won't burn our house down. Happy with that. Good. Time to go sleep. Let's put away the stones and the wood for now. Repair everything, not run around without repaired stuff. We should look into upgrading the stack breaker too. What is needed for that upgrade? Do we have what's needed? We need 2 deer trophies. We do have 4. And I have completely forgotten if it was leather or deer hide. Susan, welcome. Hello, how are you? The bones. I forgot the bones. Where's the bones? Okay, we need 4 more for the next upgrade. We should also be able to buy some emir flesh, I think. The game is going well, yes. I have not burned down my house, and yeah, but we also have not found Bonemass as of yet. Let's see. Take a look at the map. So, yeah, we left an iron portal somewhere here, and the one portal is here. We're gonna go for Haldor next, and then run around here and see what this here is, I think. Finding the bosses is not as easy as you would think. So, some more food. We need to be cooking when we come home so we don't run out of food. Need to do some more smeltering here. And some more coal burning. I thought I would be totally lost with a map without a map too, but I gave myself a little bit of grace with that no map printer mod that gives me at least a static map that I can study and at least see the lay of the land and make an educated guess of where I might be in that map. But before we go running again, I think we're gonna be taking north with us, because that would be helpful to know where we have north. So we try not to turn around the pieces. That is north because Santa lives that way. Gonna take that with us so we can orient us a little bit better. And then we're gonna be taking the pocket portal. I'm gonna be leaving the bonfire here. Bonfire is lacking the ancient bark. Let's put that in here. Maybe you could look into it. That thing is pretty customizable. Maybe there is some settings I have not looked at. So we're gonna get that for Haldor. Or did we name that elder? Or is it connected somewhere else? One. That is our way back. So we named it elder. That is a misnomer. We're gonna go through here, but it's I think we set that portal up next to Haldor. Yeah, we should be renaming that one for Haldor. Because that will have me confused about 17 times. And from Haldor we want to go somewhat northish. There is some noises. There is a troll. I think we're gonna be killing that troll. That is what the fires that I used to set the Elder on fire did to that thing here. We do need some more troll hide to update our gear here. There is no troll hide left at the base. Okay, so that direction we need to get to that coast and then follow that coast. There is a mountain somewhere too. Oh yeah, you are right. That would be super cool if it did that. Ooh, let's get that. Because it would make sense with the game progression. Like first you get only rough outlines and then you get a more detailed map. But also you can set that you cannot use the map when you are not at home. It has a lot of different possibilities you could be setting the mod to. I decided to leave everything on default because it's hard enough to do that. Ooh, look at all those blueberries. We're gonna have more Ratatosk going forward. We can never have too many blueberries. There is not such a thing as too many blueberries. Hey, what is in my pocket? I don't need the stones. Okay, so that is over there. That is that mountain. And then that is the coast we want to reach. Beyond those trees where things are getting lighter. Maybe I should be starting to leave me some landmarks, but... Oops. Running into a bear. Good thing those bears are so goofy and forget that you are there the moment you are a little bit further away. 'Cause I don't need more bear. We do need another bear trophy eventually, but I do want to see what that swamp is about that is on the end of this continent here, because here is some swamp. And we want to see if that is really swamp or if it's just a baby swamp. And when we get there, we need to find another Bonemass Wegweiser. Just have to be a little careful. Look at that. There it is, that little bit of swamp. That looks like not much from here. Okay, that is literally nothing. In terms of roleplay, it's very cool to build a network of roads where you play without a map, but it is a hassle, so I don't know how willing to spend so much time making roads. The problem here is more... Are you willing to watch me build the biggest network of roads? It's boring to watch. So, in the interest of having some gameplay that is a little bit more interesting, I think does not make sense to do that. So now we are here on the very tippy tip here, and I think we can see there that is northeastish from here. Just looking here, we can see that's north. We are here. That's north. That's northeastish, northeast. That's that coastline we can see there. That's that swamp, and I don't think there is anything else between that. So that would then mean that we have to do some sailing here. More towards due east from here, I'd say, like out here somewhere. Because beyond those trees here, plains start. I do feel confident enough to go to the plains with that armor and not die, but if I don't have to, I turned my north away. Can I ever remember not to turn things? So north is that way, if I'm not mistaking. Like that way. Huh. Probably that star constellation here could be indicating north. Good evening, King Under the Mountain. I'm trying to not get lost again. But yeah, we have to go sail like more to the southeast of this here. Get that already. Thank you. To find more swamp. Can I have that too? Yeah, we don't need that. Oh, thank you. That is very, very nice of you, F1. Yeah, it might be boring for the general audience, so I think we're gonna go with me trying to figure things out the old-fashioned ways. And we do... Oh, look at that. They're at the horizon, right under my Maigowelt sign there on the top right of the screen. Can you see that really faint shoreline? That might actually be swamp. It looks like swamp to me. If you look very closely, that looks like swamp to me. We're gonna go over there a little bit more and look at that. But I'm quite sure that is actually swamp right there. Let's see if we can see it a little bit better from here. No, it's a little bit more murky, but like under my hotbar. See that line of land there? We might want to get a sailing boat and go there. That seems to be where we want to be going. Go a little bit more slow here because the planes are very close here. Don't want to attract mosquitoes if I don't have to. And then we go home and see that we get on our roof and collect that wood from the chimney we built. I'm full already. Okay, let's get home. We need to remember that we renamed that portal to Haldor. Makes more sense to call it Haldor. So, we have no Elder portal. We have a Haldor portal. There we go. Okay, okay, I'm full. I need to unload first, or I can do things here. We've got that, and that. Food. Some trophies. Some seeds. And some money. And that's about everything about iron we have for now. Need to get back to get some more iron, but for now we have 4, 9. Yeah, we could smelter one more. All of that. That's 10. And 20 coal. Get that smeltering, that's the remainder. I'm being a neat freak about smeltering stuff. I only put a smelter if I have 10 to put in there. So, good. We got something left. We got the Huntsman bow on level 2. We got that on level 2. Okay, we might be updating our stuff a little bit more. That is done. I need a little bit of wood because I want to get up on the roof. And to do that, we're gonna have a ladder. Coming up here. Yeah, there we go. Because I want to pick up the wood around here. It's stuck to the wall. Okay, this is looking fine. There is no hole in the roof where the water can seep in. I think we're good with that. Doesn't have to be any higher. Good. Okay, what we also wanted to do is get those columns on every corner of the house. We did only 2 so far. That one and that one. Trying to do another one here. So snap bottom and move that in, and then get that one. 1, 2. Snap bottom, don't drop, and move that in here. Best I can. Long one, snap bottom, 1, 2, and move that. Can I get that to move in here? How do I do that? I think that here is in the way. Cannot move that in close enough there. I have to think about how to do that. Also, that first one here seems to be a little bit off. Try again. 1, 2, and then move that in a little closer. Like here. That looks better. Something like that. That's not looking good. That is not... That is quite difficult. Now I can't see what I'm doing here on this side. Like so? Nah. That? That is not right. Yeah, I think like that. Probably. We have to see about that. Okay, should be doing that when I can see things. But, okay, OCD is real. I only increase volume by increments of 5. But 33 and 77 are also allowed. Okay. In Valheim, I also have a ton of rules. For example, I always must repair my gear before upgrading it. I always have to repair my gear before going out or going to bed. And yeah, I'm a neat freak, which I wouldn't call it OCD per se, because that is a real serious condition. But I think a little bit of a neat freak is going on here. Okay, it has been 1.5 hours. I'm parched. Friends, I do need to drink a little bit. We're gonna have a short break here. I'm gonna be right back with you. Need to drink because that has been 1.5 hours without me drinking anything. Gonna put some music on. Gonna be right back.
Meadows fair and bright, don't stay out through the night. Into this world you were brought, whilst warriors glory sought. In forest dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, till the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built. And should you fall, you will arrive at home and still warm spilt. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden bent, till you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. And frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. Another rains both sky and land. Tears will help you stand. Heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live. Furry oxen can't escape, and a torn soul rest you give.
Oh, that's much better.
To the 10th world you were taken.
I was so thirsty. Okay, now we are back. Gonna sleep. Gonna take our boat, get our north again correctly. And then we gonna go to that faint line on the horizon that we saw. I think that is swamp there. Let's get north. And then we revisit that strange column I built there. Okay, that is north. Good. Ow. Stupidness. And when we get home we need to cook, because we are running low on food here. Boat. Where's my boat? Up there, where it belongs. And we should also bring the bonfire in case of swamp. This is gonna be a lot of fun carrying all of that. Okay. We want to go crafting, miscellaneous boat. Don't turn things. Turn the boat after you're in the water. Crafting. Okay. We found out that we cannot see that one while we are on the boat, but we can see that one while we're on the boat. So we have at least north-south indicator, if not correct north, but that would help a little bit not to veer too much to the east, I hope. Well, one can always hope. Let's hope there is no storm on the ocean, because that would mess up our navigation a lot. So we try to go south. Let's see. Yeah, we can see that one on occasion there. So we can see if we veer too much from our destination. And we try to head for that flat strip of land there on the horizon line. That is where we're trying to go. If the weather keeps clear, that would be fab to be navigating. That looks like it could be swamp there. Oh my! I have been playing the Trailblazer mode and the Saga mode, and the boats are so dangerously fast in those modes of the Trophy Hunt mod. Like, this feels like I'm crawling and I have a tailwind. That is... wow. Yeah. There is a North Star, I think. You can't see it by daylight. You can navigate by the Yggdrasil branch, because where it touches the land over there, that's east. And where the tippy tip is, that's west. So that makes it north in that direction and south in the other one. And also in the night there are star constellations I have noticed that seem to be pointing in specific directions. And I was right. That is swamp here. And not a tiny itsy bitsy little bit of swamp. It seems to be a little bit more of swamp. So that might be our next best bet. Gonna see if we can find a place to land where we can demolish the boat without losing parts. Like probably here. That is not a good landing spot here because it goes really deep. Maybe over there. Gosh, this feels so slow after playing Trailblazer and Blitz. That's better here, probably. That was not clever. Okay, no. This is a good place. Can I, please? Ooh, we got a lot of fun here. Grey Dwarfs, Draugr, the whole shebang. Ow. Let me get that portal down first, just to make sure nothing undue happens here. Try not to turn around to stuff here, so we don't lose direction. Skellies, everything here. No, you don't push my boat out. That was such a good place. I don't want that boat to be farther from the coast by any means. Okay. We got no... Where is my stuff? Man, what is going on here? Do I have a complete boat now? That and that and that and 30 of those. Yeah, we got a complete boat. Let's get that home real quick so we don't lose it. Yeah, I make educational TV. Teach me Master Thread how to do it. I have been watching a lot of Trophy Hunt by Thread because that guy is just so good with that. Absorbing doesn't work for me. I just have to try it out myself, and then there is things I know that would get me killed in an instant if I tried them. So I'd rather not. Like running around half naked in the mountains. Easiest way, try to build one. Build one. Build what? We have a lot of fun here. Start Drogger. More skellies. Let me get my portal before we get in there. I'm gonna take that with. We still have north, yes? Yes, looks like we have still north. Like if you compare that pointing north to the sky, it seems that some star constellations seem to be north too. Not entirely sure. I have to do some more research into that. But it feels like we don't need stones. We don't need that. Like we could probably lose that too. I think we have enough of that. Okay. Build a boat. Stream and chat are lagging a bit at my side. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. The easiest way to find out is get the build menu up and see if you get the color in there. So... just feels so good if you got a little more armor and a little better weapons, and you don't have to fear everything that's running around there. There is Zerglings there, which is good. Who would have thunk that there could be another A-bomb here? Just so much fun. Where's the Zerglings? Follow me over here, dear friend. Ow. Man, I got fun here. Okay, now the A-bomb decided to go somewhere else because she got burned here. I think we need to do some serious terraforming here. At least that A-bomb cannot destroy this fire here. Okay. Haha. And we are full again. I kind of want all of that. Kind of should not stay in the water and wait for the leeches to bite me. Kind of should not linger here and think about things while everything is coming at me. Have a good day at work. No stupid co-workers and all of that jazz. I wish to you, King Under the Mountain. Thank you for stopping by for a little bit. We're gonna get a workbench down here and a portal. That is right the wrong way around. We need that like that. And a staircase to make things easier on me. And now I have, of course, turned my building block to fit that there. And I think we're gonna take out those spawners here, because they are going to be a nuisance. There is a Bonemass rune in that tower ruin over there. I was surprised that Red tends to play very casual, most normal style. Oops, wait. In his speedruns, I was expecting he would be much more aggressive, but he isn't. Yeah, I think most of his success in the speedruns comes from him being so calm, like not running around and being aggressive all the time. Because being aggressive all the time tends to get you killed more faster. He got his numbers down to the T. And that is what I try to learn from him. Like, I was wondering the longest time in the last run, why was that man carrying around 4 coal in his pocket for such a long time through all the mountains, and everywhere he carried that 4 coal around? And then it dawned on me, yeah, of course, if he does find some metal he wants to smelter on the go, he can easily do so, because he's got the metal, the coal with him. He can always build the kiln, the smelter, and smelter the metal down, and that is essential for Trailblaster. And it never occurred to me that I could do that. And that is what makes him so crazy fast and efficient. It's bonkers. that guy, he's bonkers, for sure. Why do I have so much stuff in here? That is my bonfire. We want that down here. And while I was thinking, what is he doing with all that coal? Why does he carry around that coal? I'm out of wood. And he was just casually doing it without saying anything, and then it dawned on me, it's genius. It's absolutely genius. Will you please burn? Thank you. Okay, I want to go over there and see if we can get into... There is a Bonemass rune, and we will need to have a look at that. And that means we need to get in that tower. That is a start one. And that means we have to do something about the guys up there. And that is a pretty bad spot because I cannot reach. Or did I? I think not. I need to find a way to shoot at that. Look at that. Oh yes, I'm hitting the bone pile there. Like right here. Or do I? Or do I just hit the walls and do not know? Nah. Dude, that is... I think we have to have... we have to have some cleverness here. Is that high enough to reach that bone pile? Man, there is Draugr Elite spawning in there like nothing good. And it's getting late here too. You might want to not be here in the night. Like, look at that Draugr Elite spawning in there. And who the heck is shooting at me from below? Is that you? Okay, I think we're gonna get out of here for now. We can play shooting match with those next day too. We don't need to get killed in the night swamp. It's not a requirement. Yeah, understanding how the world works and what the world looks like is such a big thing too. Like, he sees every little detail. Where I am really struggling to see, he just goes, oh, there is that, there is that, there is that. He is very good. Iskandia, good evening. Nice to have you. I hope you're doing fantastic and feeling fantastic too. We need more arrows, I guess. Yeah, we are running low on arrows here, friends. So, flint, feathers, woods, arrows. So that is that. Wood, feathers, seeds. Also, what's with our produce? Do we need to harvest some? We kinda do. Where is... I want that. And that. I'm doing fantastic. I think we might have found another big swamp. We are trying to get another ping for Bonemass. So Hopefully we can find Bonemass soon. That would be nice. I cannot see anything here. Too. Planting in the dark. So let's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be sufficient. And then we have 12 of those. $10, $11, $12. But now we have quite some turnips that should last us for a little bit. We need more turnip soup, turnip stew, and we need more. We need better food. We can make the spice rack, I think. That and that and that. And that. And spice rack. I think we do not have a spice rack as of yet. Gonna hang one here. Boom. Now we got better food. So, I have been running around with bear meat, deer stew, and carrot soup. So we're gonna have us some more yummy stuff here. Let me get that back in here. And we need, we have that already. What do we need? That blood bag stuff. Also, we have too many arrows now. Oh, maybe I should be using those. Some honey. So we go for sausages. Turnip stew. And black soup. Let's deposit that in here for now, so we have space. That is gonna be helping with not getting killed in the swamp. I also find watching all of those guys playing the tournaments and playing the speedruns, it helps training getting away with less. Like before I tried those speedrun modes from the trophy hunt, I was always relying on the best food and the best armor, and lest I would not feel safe after having played some of those runs, some of those trophy hunt runs. I feel I can safely play with less armor and less food. So that is helping. Let's get to sleep. We have been finding a ridiculous amount of A-bombs on this map so far. Okay, that and that and that. We have more arrows. We could also take those, use them up, because they do not do anything while they are in the box here. And we're gonna do a little more shooting there, I think, because I want to see that Wegweser. I want to see where that Wegweser points us. We forgot to bring that home too. And we're gonna get more settling cores here from... Where did that guy run all the way over there? I think so. Gonna shoot some of those. Yeah, look at that. We can use the circling course. We're gonna have to have way more portals going forward anyways, so I should bring a hoe and hoe that down to have them auto die. I don't have to pick everything up here by hand. Oops. Look at all of that jazz here. Let's get all of that in that box here. We don't have to carry that around. Gonna go over there and do more shooting. Oh, look at that! Somebody's scrap pile right here. More ooze. More skellies. Okay. Yes, the muddy scrub piles in the swamp do give iron as well. There, now we have to take care of that elite there. Can't hit it from here. Oh, thank you. That is very kind of you to come to the front so I can kill you. Why can't we hit that one? Oh yes, now we can. That one seems to be wedged under that staircase there. If we get lucky, we get a trophy there. Yeah, they are quite rare. I have not found much outside. You can find them more easily with the wishbone. Yes, stack breakers are probably not needed, but I do not feel comfy trying without because I'm a chicken. Let's see, where does that take us? Location already added, and it turns us. Let me get the building piece in that direction. That would be that swamp over there. I think we should get the boat and do a little more sailing, just that short distance over there, because I think that would be the destination to go to. Sadly, no elite Draugr trophy here. Well, should not be ungrateful, and I went in the wrong direction. We should go over here. Maybe at some point in the future I can give up on the stack breaker. But for now I do not feel confident with that little armor to confront a Draugr elite in such a tiny space, and that is why I go for the stack breaker still. But yeah, you're right. It's not strictly necessary, and I should be weaning myself off of using it. I'm a chicken, you know. Okay, I think we're gonna get all of that home. Best we can. Get our boat and get sailing over to the other side. I can smack skellies with a club, but 6 skellies do overwhelm me real quick. And then I get confused and I'm not cold-blooded, and then I run in the wrong direction and then I'm dead. That has happened to me a few times, and that makes me chicken. So that's why. Also, the stack breaker is useful in sunken crypts still. Where's my boat? There. Because Draugr Elite are scary. But yeah, we have to stretch and grow. We don't have to turn that building piece, please, because that is our marker. Wait. Wrong one, that one. From over there, so I think in that swamp there. Missing the required crafting station. Yes, of course. Making things harder on myself again. So yeah, that is why I keep losing the bonfire, because I cannot pick up everything here. I don't have the core wood because it's in okay, we're gonna put that boat in the water first. Okay, I don't think we do need the direction, really. We can find that swamp without a direction. But I do want to pick up my bonfire mats. We don't need that, really, but I do want more leeches. Why am I not hitting that one? Because we want to have the good food. And we want the coal and the settling cores too here. So, good with that. Let's get over there. Yes, a stack breaker, or if I can make it in normal runs, I will do my darndest to make it and get a Draugr Elite trophy and get the sledge, the iron sledge, because that one is even better against the cultists. But F1 is absolutely correct about it's slowing me down in the trophy hunt runs to take the extra effort to make that and not just smack them in the head and be done with it. So we're gonna have a bonfire. Look at this, is a good spot. Oops. This is a very good spot to get a settling farm going. There is one here and another one there. That is what we're gonna be doing. There we go. Fire. And we're gonna have that with a ladder up, so it's easier to get up there in case we need to flee from something unhealthy. Yeah, we need to do something about those guys. And we need to do something about those guys. Ow. Ow. Oh, I just need to get hit by some fireball to have a lot of fun here. Oh man, we've got fun here again. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Time to get up here. Ooh. And get shooting. See, emergency. Get up there. Good thing about this here is I can survive a long time here. The Zerglings are the worst here because I'm flammable. That hurts. Stop running around here. We have to do something about those Zergling spawners ASAP. Ow. Shoot. If I had not made the good food, I would have died here. Now we are down to only one skelly here. Come here. Get wrecked. Shoot. That was some doing. Portal. What am I missing? The workbench. And yeah, we are missing the wood, because they did fry everything here. Okay, yeah, we're gonna be hacking at some of that here, because that we don't need again. Wet does stop the fire, but it still does hurt. And the root vest has the distinct problem that it is susceptible to fire. So those should not be coming at us again. Better. And then we have to do the same thing to the other side. Where are the other ones? Over there. Get wrecked. Because this here is bonkerdoodles. We don't do that again. Should have brought the hoe in the first place. Have forgotten. Now I have paid a price for that. But yeah, we survived. my strategy to have a ladder on the side so I can get up on the crypt if need be is a good thing. What is with you, Skelly? Need to be careful so I don't get poisoned. Okay. There is another one coming here. And leeches. Okay. True. I take less damage from fire, but I don't take none. So there is still some damage from the fire. And if you have enough Surtlings around, that can get you deaded all the same. We are lacking some wood here. For a box. I would have a box. Now we have a box. There. Box? We need to have more fire anyways. And look at that. Now we get some coal and more Surtling cores from here. And now I don't know what the time is here. Do we have glitteries? The glitteries are in this direction and I don't know what this direction is. The tree is over there. The glitteries are here-ish. I think we are looking at a pretty west glitter because the tree here goes over like that and the glitter in the water is like there. We are next to night here. Let's get home. I do like that. We're gonna leave that one here too. Call it Surtling. Put it on the crypt so it's out of the way. And have a Surtling coal farm here. So more coal, more ice. Where did I pick up the ice? Trophy. More trophy. That here. Yeah, because it's raining and it's helping with that. So Surtlings in the swamp are at a disadvantage all the way around because they are susceptible to water damage. So they are restrained from running around freely because of all of the puddles there. And we don't have enough wood. We need to get more wood. What is this? We're gonna leave that. We don't need that for now. We're gonna rename that Surtling. Because we want that portal to stay there. We're gonna get us some more wood. Wait. We don't want to throw the fine wood in the fire. That would be not a good idea. We're gonna get some more wood in the forest, in the swamp, to make that work. I have to have fire here. Okay. And I think we're gonna have another short break here. Thirsty. Gonna be right back with you.
meadows fair and bright. Don't stay out through the night. New to this world you were brought, whilst warriors' glory you sought. In forests dark and wild, the ore and cores you find. A trader sells you goods for gold, until the wooden head you hold. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. A place to live and thrive, a bed and hearth you built and built. And should you fall, you will arrive at home and still home spilt. Through slush and slog you wander, the undead bar your way. With toil and burden and banter, you'll find what points your way. To the 10th world you were taken, to slay all the forsaken. Will you prevail? Set your sail, as Valkyries you awaken. Steep and frosty mountains, where wolves howl and dwell. Another rains both sky and land. Tears will help you stand. The heated sunburned landscapes, the laughing goblins live.
Okay, half a bottle of lemonade later, we are back. Let me turn off the music. Let me turn on the stream. Gonna sleep. Gonna get that circling portal going, pick up some wood, make more noise, get more enemies, and then we're gonna explore that swamp for another day. Eat something. We also could free up some pocket space by being a decent human and eat at home. 2 and some fine wood. We do have a hecton of fine wood. We can afford a fine wood chest here for our foodstuffs, because we rich. Because I tend to go home when I get hungry anyways, so there is no need for us to carry all of that around. So we can have the cheapy food on this side for use at home and the good food here, and that would help a lot, freeing up some pocket space here. And because we have a lot of fine wood from all the oak trees, so we can afford that easily. Stop. Forgot to repair my stove. Yeah, that could be another way to do it, Ishkanya. Take some with to eat in the crypt if you need some more. But I think we are out for exploring a little bit more. We can come back and do that crypt where the circling portal is gonna be up on. When we found that big blob. We're gonna have that portal up here and the box too, to have it out of the way of that harm. We need to pick up our boat still, and for that we have to shoot some leeches because I don't want to get poisoned. Come back, you. Can we drive that more on the landmass? And there is another. No, we cannot drive that any closer. There is another one of those here. Boom. You dead. I despise doing that here without having cleared out the leeches first. There we go. And we're gonna get that one up on that too. Just to make sure all things stay in order here and we don't get things destroyed while we are not here. And then we are going to another leech. Haha, gotcha. Gonna get us some wood because we don't have enough wood for the portal. Oh, we don't need more ancient bark. We can go with the cheapy wood here too. Yes, it does go down, but when you're in the swamp and it's raining, you get wet instantly again. Because it's raining. Look at that. We hit that leech with the tree trunk. Usually I would be... What? What? Friend Draugr. Oh, I made some noise and we have mayhem here again. In that case, I could also just throw a spear at the leeches. I was trying to avoid some noise, but it's a little pointless when you hack at some wood with an axe to avoid the extra noise from the bow, from the spear. Okay, now we've got that. Yeah, we have a spawner over there. That would be the cause of the mayhem here. Can't pick up the coal, but we might lose that one. And that one. Cannot carry. Have too much stuff in pocket. I do want coal though. There's another Draugr. And I have the slight suspicion that we are going to encounter many more. Leave that here. Okay, we've got that. Okay, all is well. Another one. Look at that. Coming from all directions. Dude. This is... dude! I think we have to get the boat home. Can't carry anymore. Got so much stuff in my pocket with all of those surtling cores and what have you. We need 3 only. Let's get the boat home. That's no use. Yeah, I don't know. They do seem to like the bonfire a big deal. So that is our boat here. And then that and that can stay here too. Circling here. Okay, now we take our bonfire with us. That looks a little disheveled too. I wonder, I never tried. I played that game for 5,000 hours and I never tried if you can put coal in a bonfire. That swamp is pretty lively. We have to try that out at some point. Another one. Ooh, and one of those too. And it got me. I'd rather have one of those. Does not help with the first set of poisoning. But I'd rather not get poisoned again. This swamp is super lively. You swamp have to calm down a great deal because this is getting ridiculous. Okay. If I had north, I would know how late it is now, but I don't have north. I'm kind of just winging it here, running through the middle of this, hoping for the best. This is a quite big swamp. I kind of want to cross it and see how big it is and how wide it is, and then go from there. But running in a straight line is not easy. Okay, there seems to be some meadows on this side here, or even plains. Can't make it out right now. I think it is meadows. Yeah, that for sure is meadows here. We're gonna get that on the map. And see what we can make out from the outside. It is quite a big swamp. Might want to run the outside for a little bit and see. More stuff. Oh, that grayling pushed me the right a second I was trying to parry that. Okay. A lot of meadows around here. And then we have some plains over there. And a mountain. And that is not a teeny tiny mountain. That seems to be a substantial mountain there. Which is good. Ooh. Look at that. That is a little bit, tiny bit of plains here. Okay. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. If you can make perfect rolls occur, that helps a great deal. Fighting off all of that stuff here. But sadly, I'm not always perfect at rolling. That is quite a big swamp. We should have to find another Wegweiser in the hopes of being able to determine if it points to somewhere in this swamp or to another direction. More surtlings. More enemies. Good thing I have a root vest. You can't do me nothing to me. Man, very lively swamp here. All dead. Give me your stuffs. Can use all of that for smeltering more stuffs. Quite a lot of surtlings in here. But no big glowing skull. At least I have not found it. Yeah, you have to pay some attention to stamina management still, because I tend to run around like a madwoman a lot and then run out of steam for when mobs occur. Ah, it got me again. But I'm all good because I have the poison meat going anyways. Surtlings. There might be a Wegweiser in that one. Gonna have to check. Is there some reddish glow? Nah, I don't think. Yeah, we have high time to go home, I think. 'Cause of not rested anymore. Getting dark and being in the swamp and not rested is not the very best condition. I did it again and put it on the wrong way around. I might as well put it here. You so annoying. Gonna leave that one here, and we're gonna leave one coal here. Try out if that works, what we thought. I used to always eat 2 health, 1 stem, because I can't do no-hit things. Oh, look at all of that. Gathered so much of that. We can smelter down a boatload of iron. I think we want to visit the Surtling real quick and get all of the stuff in that box. No, it's not, I think they made the stamina changes for where you... Yeah, probably. Because that is a lot of fighting to be doing. And it's constant mayhem there, so probably... I have been using the Heart of the Forest, and I think trinkets are more helpful for people with a more aggressive playstyle than I have. I tend to be quite careful and not get in a big melee with lots of stuff at the same time, so it doesn't proc that much for me. But for some people that might be different. They might be proccing it away more. Okay, we do have a heck ton of that, and we are running low on the boar meat. Oh no, we don't. We have a heck ton of that too. Okay. We are good. We are all good. Was a little concerned there for a sec. And there we have it. It's 20:01 o'clock. We have to end the stream here, sadly, but we're gonna take a look at the map. I could go on playing for another 2 hours, but then I will regret that in the morning massively. Now let's see what we found there. Woo-hoo-hoo! We ran right past Bonemass and did not see him there. We went here, then here, and now we are back on the way there. So we ran right past the skull and didn't see it. But, well, we've got the location on our map at least, so we can go kill us a big old blob And then we can have a look at that mountain we saw from that meadow piece here. That seems to go along here with some adjacent plains. So we do have some progression there, and there is also more swamp to be discovered around the witch. Like, we have not seen all of this here. There is our iron portal in here somewhere. There were many crypts, many sunken crypts where we can get more iron, so we have an iron portal there. We have the circling portal somewhere here-ish. So it should be southish, southwestish to reach Bonemass. So that is a good start for the next episode. I'm gonna save here, quit the game. Yeah. High-end trinkets almost never proc because 100 adrenaline is quite hard to find a fight that will need that much. Or if you fight, then the fight is over. Yeah. So I'm running the Heart of the Forest, and that only needs 50 adrenaline to proc, and that works. I get it to proc sometimes at least. Hi George, and bye bye George. Glad you were here. And with that, we're gonna end it here. I'm gonna be back on Friday with another trophy run. Not sure which one. Maybe a Trailblazer, maybe just a saga, maybe with a culinary saga. I'm not decided on that yet, but we're gonna be doing another stream with a trophy hunt run on Friday. And yeah, with that, we're gonna be back with new shenanigans in the 10th world real soon. Thank you for